My girlfriend kept telling me, he's just a friend. You're being paranoid. I nodded and said, you're right. I'm sorry. But deep down, something didn't sit right. So, I hired a private investigator. He followed them to a hotel. When I walked in on their little getaway, she straight up fainted on the spot. I'm 27, and my girlfriend, well, ex now, Lena, she's 25. We'd been together for 2 years. Last year, we decided to move in together, split the rent on a nice place, and honestly, I thought she might be the one. Then Brandon entered the picture. He was her childhood buddy who just moved to our city about 4 months back. All of a sudden, she's meeting up with him for coffee twice a week. Said it was for study sessions, he was helping her with her master's program. There were late-night phone calls too, supposedly about his girl problems. I brought it up more than once. Babe, I'm not cool with how much time you're spending with Brandon. She'd just roll her eyes. Seriously? He's like my brother. We've been friends since we were 12. Yeah, well, brothers don't send their sisters good morning texts every single day with heart emojis. You're just being paranoid. Controlling. This is your problem, not mine. She had a way of twisting things, making it all about my supposed insecurities. Every concern I brought up got turned into me being jealous. Toxic. Possessive. Her friends started treating me different too. Like I was the clingy guy who couldn't handle his girlfriend having male friends. Then 3 weeks ago, she was getting ready for another study session. She put on designer jeans, did her makeup, franked on the perfume I bought her for our anniversary. I said, you look a little dressed up for studying. She snapped. Oh my God, stop. Just stop. I can't keep dealing with your jealousy. Brandon is just a friend. Either trust me or walk away. I'm done talking about this. I looked at her, really looked. The fire in her eyes. That stubborn look. Right then, I made a choice. You're right, I said softly. I'm sorry. I trust you. She seemed surprised at first, then smiled and kissed me on the cheek. Finally, she said. Thanks, baby. I'll be back by 10. She left at 6. 10 minutes later, I called a number I had saved from earlier that day. The private investigator, let's call him Frank, was a retired cop. Guy looked like someone's uncle. No judgment, just straight business. 3 days of surveillance, he told me. If something's going on, we'll catch it. Day 1, they met for coffee. 4-hour hangout. A lot of laughing. She kept touching his arm. Way too friendly for siblings, if you ask me. Day 2, Lena told me she was going shopping with her sister. But the photos Frank sent showed her and Brandon at an art gallery, holding hands. My stomach sank. She came home carrying shopping bags like nothing had happened. How's Megan? I asked. Good, she said. We found some great deals. Meanwhile, I was staring at time-stamped photos of her kissing Brandon outside the gallery at 4:56 p.m. Day 3 was just yesterday. Lena said she had a late lab at school. Frank followed them to the downtown Marriott. They checked in at 6:34 p.m. He got pictures of them kissing in the elevator, his hand all over her. I sat alone in our apartment, scrolling through those pictures. 2 years. 2 damn years I gave my heart to this woman. I stood by her when her dad was sick. Helped her climb out of debt. Introduced her to my family, who loved her. Frank sent me a text, room 124. They ordered room service. Want me to keep watching? I replied, no. I've seen enough. Thanks. I had a choice to make. I could sit and wait for her to come home. Blow up. Cry. Beg. Or I could do something about it. I called my best friend, Nate. I need you to come with me in an hour. Bring your phone. Record everything. Bro, what's going on? Lena's cheating. I'm about to deal with it. I'll be there in 20. Update 2. Nate picked me up. We didn't say much on the drive to the Marriott. He knew better than to hit me with the whole "plenty of fish in the sea" thing. You sure about this? He asked as we pulled into the parking lot. She made me feel like I was losing my mind, I said. Turned everyone against me. Made me apologize for stuff I was right about. So yeah. I'm sure. We walked into the lobby like we belonged there. Took the elevator to the 4th floor. My heart was racing, but my hands were steady. Nate had his phone ready. Room 124. I knocked. Heard shuffling. Whispering. Knocked again. Room service already came, Brandon's voice called out. I pounded harder. Open up. More scrambling. The door cracked open and there she was, Lena, in a hotel robe. Her hair was a mess. Lipstick smudged. She went pale. Ethan? What? How? Hey baby, I said, calm as can be. Thought I'd surprise you at your late lab. She tried to shut the door, but I wedged my foot in. Nope. We're gonna talk. This isn't what it looks like, she stammered. I actually laughed. That's your line? Brandon popped up behind her, shirtless, trying to act tough. Yo man, you need to leave. Or what? Nate stepped into view, recording everything. You gonna fight both of us with your junk out? That's when Lena's legs gave out. She fainted, actually collapsed. Brandon caught her, freaking out. Lena? Babe? Wake up. He called her babe. While he was fussing over her, I walked into the room. Clothes scattered all over. Empty champagne bottle on the nightstand. The bed? Yeah, definitely not a place for studying. She came to about 30 seconds later, Brandon fanning her with a room service menu. First thing she saw was me, snapping photos of the scene. Ethan, please, she sobbed. Let me explain. Explain what? That he's just a friend? That I'm paranoid and controlling? It just happened. We didn't mean to. I hired a PI, I cut in. He says you've been sleeping with Brandon for at least 3 weeks. So no. Try again. Her face went pale again. You hired someone? You were spying on me, she snapped. Unbelievable. The nerve. No, I told her, calm but firm. I was just confirming what I already knew, while you gaslit me into thinking I was insane. Brandon tried stepping in. Look, man, I'm sorry, but you can't just. Shut the hell up, I cut him off without even glancing his way. I'm not talking to you. You're irrelevant. Just another guy thinking with the wrong head. I turned back to Lena. 2 years I gave you everything, my love, my trust. And when I brought up real concerns, you flipped it. Turned me into the bad guy. Made your friends think I was some control freak. You had me apologizing for your bet Frankel. I'm sorry, she cried. I love you. It didn't mean anything. Cool, I said. Then pack your stuff and get out of my apartment. You've got until Sunday. Ethan, please, we can fix this, she begged. I walked toward the door, then stopped. Oh, and Lena? Everyone's gonna know. Your friends. Your family. All those people you convinced I was the controlling boyfriend, they'll know exactly who you really are. Nate followed me out while Lena was still crying in the doorway, and Brandon tried to play hero behind her. Once we were in the elevator, I finally let it all hit me. The Bet Frankel. The anger. The heartbreak. It washed over me like a punch to the chest. You good? Nate asked, putting a hand on my shoulder. No, I said. But I will be. Update 3. Things blew up within hours. I made one post on social media. Nothing specific, no names, no pictures. Just. When she says he's just a friend, but your PI catches them at the Marriott. 3 years down the drain. Trust your gut, fellas. That's all it took. Everyone knew who I was talking about. Lena called me 69 times that night. The texts were wild, went from, please, let's talk. I'm so sorry. It didn't mean anything, to, you're ruining my life. How could you do this to me, and even, I'll kill myself if you don't take me back. I blocked her after that last one and called her sister Megan to do a welfare check. Turns out Megan had no clue about the shopping trip Lena told me they went on. She was furious. Saturday morning, Lena showed up at the apartment with her mom and her best friend Jenna to pick up her stuff. I'd already packed most of it up. Her mom came in hot. How dare you do this to my daughter? Hiring a PI? Stalking her? You're sick. I calmly pulled out my phone and showed her a photo, one of the tamer ones. Lena and Brandon kissing outside the hotel. Your daughter's been cheating, Diane, I said. I gave her multiple chances to come clean. She chose lies and manipulation. Jenna jumped in, all righteous. Everybody makes mistakes. You're really going to end 2 years over one slip-up? One mistake? I laughed. Check the timestamps. This wasn't a one-time thing. It's been going on for weeks. And instead of owning up, she made you all think I was the problem. Lena just stood there crying. No words. No excuses. Just tears. They loaded up her things while I supervised. When they got to the bedroom, she made one last attempt. Ethan, please. I messed up. I know I did. But I love you. It was always you. Brandon was just. I don't know, exciting or something. But you're the one I want to marry. You ended that the moment you lied straight to my face. I'll cut him off. I'll go to therapy. We can do couples counseling. Whatever you want. What I want, I said, is for you to leave. Her mom huffed. You'll regret this. You'll never find another woman like my daughter. God, I hope not. As they were walking out, Jenna turned and tossed one more grenade. She was right about you being controlling. Following her. Taking pictures. I didn't follow anyone, I said. I hired someone, a licensed PI, because your best friend made me question my own gut. And guess what? My gut was dead on. Whatever helps you sleep at night, asshole. Once they left, I deep cleaned the place. Tossed her pillow. Changed the locks. The landlord was cool about it after I explained. Then I ordered pizza. Nate came by with some beer and his PlayStation. We didn't talk about any of it. Just played Call of Duty till 4 a.m. Update 4. The entitlement? Yeah, it escalated real fast. First, Brandon had the balls to message me. Bro, we need to talk man to man. What happened between me and Lena was wrong, but hiring someone to spy on her. That's stalking. I'm thinking of pressing charges unless you delete the photos and posts. I screenshotted it and sent it to my cousin, she's a lawyer. She laughed. Tell him to pound sand. So I replied, press charges for what? Hiring a PI to confirm my girlfriend was cheating? Good luck. Also, you slept with my girlfriend. We've got nothing to talk about. Lose my number. Then Lena's mom launched a full-on Facebook crusade. Not even kidding, she posted, "My daughter is being harassed and stalked by her ex-boyfriend. He hired someone to follow her around and take pictures without consent. This is abuse. Please share to raise awareness about controlling men who can't handle rejection." And she tagged me. The comments were a war zone. Some backed her, others called out the obvious nonsense. My mom saw it, and lost her damn mind. She posted, "Interesting how Diane Turner thinks hiring a PI to confirm cheating is stalking, but doesn't seem to care that her daughter was lying and cheating for weeks. Maybe teach your daughter to keep her legs closed instead of playing the victim. My mom's got a temper when it comes to her kids. Total savage." But the real kicker came yesterday. I got a letter from a lawyer. Lena's demanding $4,100 for emotional distress, deletion of all photos and social posts, a written apology for defamation, half the security deposit from our apartment, which I paid for entirely. I nearly choked on my coffee from laughing. My cousin took the case pro bono. Her response: "Ms. Rodriguez's claims are completely baseless. My client hired a licensed PI after having reasonable suspicion of infidelity, which was confirmed. And just so we're clear, truth is a complete defense against defamation." The letter from my cousin, my lawyer, wrapped it up pretty clearly. Ms. Rodriguez has no right to the security deposit since she's not on the lease. We advise she stop contacting my client, or we'll move forward with harassment charges. But, surprise, there was still more. Last night, around 9 p.m., my doorbell rang. I checked the camera. There was Lena. Drunk. Mascara smudged like a raccoon. I spoke through the intercom. "You need to leave. Please, just 5 minutes," she begged. "I need closure." "You got your closure back at the Marriott. I'm not going until you talk to me." "Cool," I said. "I'll call the cops." She sat on my front step for an hour. Posted a bunch of cringe Instagram stories about fighting for true love and waiting for the love of her life to forgive her. My neighbor Mr. Whitaker texted me, "Your ex is outside ugly crying. You want me to turn the sprinklers on?" God bless that man. Eventually, her friend picked her up. But not before Lena shoved a letter under my door. 4 pages. All word vomit about soulmates, destiny, how Brandon didn't mean anything, how I'm her forever person, and how she'll wait for me as long as it takes. She even included a list of everything she ever did for me in the relationship, as if that somehow bought her a free pass to cheat. The next morning, I woke up to 64 notifications. She'd gone back through 2 years of my social media, liking and commenting on everything. "Remember this day? We were so happy. You looked so handsome here. Missing my baby." Yeah, I blocked her on everything. Then Brandon crawled out of whatever hole he was hiding in to message me again. "You're being really immature," he wrote. "Lena's a wreck. Yeah, we screwed up, but you're going too far. Be a man and talk to her." The dude who slept with my girlfriend was now lecturing me on maturity. "You really can't make this stuff up." Final update. It's been 2 weeks since the Marriott blow-up. Here's where things landed. Lena lost it after the harassment letter didn't scare me. She started showing up at places she knew I liked, my gym, my usual coffee shop. Even tried to get into my office building. Security shut her down fast. Every time, it was a new teary speech about second chances and real love. I filed for a restraining order after she keyed my car. Yeah, she keyed my car. While crying. A security camera caught the whole thing, her sobbing, scratching the paint, muttering, "You did this to us. $3,900 in damage." When I told her mom, she said I probably deserved it and refused to pay for the damage because I drove her to it. Cool. Filed a police report and insurance claim. Now they're coming after her for the deductible. As for Brandon, He tried to clean up his mess by posting a long, dramatic Instagram post about how love doesn't follow rules and sometimes we fall for the wrong person. Problem was, his profile was public. His actual girlfriend commented, "WTF is this about?" Turns out Lena wasn't the only one cheating. Brandon had a whole-ass girlfriend in another city. She dumped him publicly and tagged both of them in the breakup post. Chef's kiss. Lena's little friend group blew up after that. Her sister Megan cut ties completely when she found out Lena used her as a fake alibi multiple times. Jenna tried staying neutral, until she learned Lena had been flirting with her boyfriend too. Yeah. Pattern of behavior. Last week was the court date for the restraining order. Lena showed up with her mom and a lawyer. They tried to argue that I was the one harassing her, that hiring a PI was stalking. Judge wasn't having it. "Ma'am," he said, "your ex-boyfriend hired a licensed professional after you gave him clear cause to be suspicious. Since then, you've harassed him multiple times and caused property damage. The order is granted. 1 year. No contact." Lena started crying in court. Her mom called me a heartless bastard loud enough for the bailiff to warn her. As for me, I'm doing okay. Not great. Not miserable. Just okay. Therapy's helping. I've been hitting the gym harder. Picked up rock climbing. Even joined a book club, crazy ratio in those, just saying. The apartment feels different now. But in a good way. Like I finally got rid of something toxic. I bought a new couch. Rearranged everything. My space. My rules. Funny enough, I bumped into one of Lena's co-workers last week. She said, "Hey, sorry about everything. Just so you know, we all knew something was going on." She wouldn't shut up about Brandon. We told her she was being obvious, but, yeah. Turns out, Lena's work life fell apart too. She's on a performance improvement plan now. Brandon? His girlfriend tagged his company in that breakup post, he got fired. Karma doesn't always show up on time, but man, when it does. I won't lie, my trust issues are real now. I downloaded some dating apps but haven't met anyone yet. Not in a rush. My therapist says that's normal. That healing takes time. Mom checks in every couple days. Dad took me fishing last weekend. Gave me the old plenty of fish in the sea speech. Nate's still dragging me out when I get stuck in my head. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number. Lena again, must have borrowed someone else's phone. "I know you hate me, but I want you to know I'm in therapy now. I'm working on myself. I hope someday you can forgive me. You were the best thing in my life, and I ruined it. I love you." I didn't respond. Just saved it and showed it to my lawyer in case it becomes another violation. Here's what I've learned. Trust your gut. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. And if they ever try to make you feel crazy for seeing the truth, that's when you walk. To everyone who reached out with support, thank you. To the few who said I went too far, respectfully, screw off. She made her choices. I just made sure there were consequences. Time to close this chapter. Peace out, Reddit. P.S. Since some of y'all asked, yeah, I kept the ring I was planning to propose with. Returned it. Used the money for the PI, legal fees, and booked a sweet vacation to Cancun next month. Best investment decision I've ever made.